Good morning and welcome. Patriot Radio News Hour. I'm Joe Jaquin, CEO of the Patriot Trading Group, and welcome to Wednesday. I'm going to break the internet today for the very first time. This show is now streaming live on 1360's Facebook channel. Dylan has got us all set up. I'm sure I feel like a Kardashian, you know. If I looked like one, it'd probably be Rob when he was at his heaviest. But either way, maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll become Caitlyn and run for governor. I'm just saying, first time ever live streaming here at the KHNC studios. If you want to check it out, head over to 1360khnc.com, and you hit the F, the letter F in the right-hand corner. That stands for Facebook. This is a PG show. I normally, that stands for something else where I come from, but we'll go with the letter F, and you can watch the stream there as well. 800-951-0592. That's our toll-free number. Of course, our website, allamericangold.com. And if you've been out there today, there's one thing going sky high, and that's the gold price. Gold up another $17, $1,886. Wall Street taking it on the chin again today. Wall Street actually, it's coming back a little bit, down 350. Bitcoin, at one point, Bitcoin was down 10 grand. It's made a little bit of it back. It's at 37,000 right now. And again, I told you all along, listen, I love Bitcoin. Be careful. The reason today, well, guess what? Just kind of like we always feared, once the competition came, then there's going to be trouble for the digital currency. And of course, it was the Chinese today. Remember, China's got its own digital currency, and they want everybody to start using it. If you head out to our website today on allamericangold.com, Kyle Bass talking about the biggest threat to the dollar in 4 decades, talking about the Chinese renminbi, the digital yuan, if you will. And they came down, they cracked down on Bitcoin today. They haven't shut it down, but they're making it more difficult. And I think that's what's going to happen. As you see more and more countries roll out their own digital currencies, we're going to see more of it. So that was what's been going on in the Bitcoin world. Everybody thought today this was going to be an everything's down day. And then gold said, yeah, I don't think so. And of course, really what's happened is everybody already knows, right? I don't care if you want to call it transitory, hyper-transitory. Inflation is here. It's here to stay. Matter of fact, another major company announcing raises in their minimum pay. And let me tell you right now, they obviously listened to my show last week because they know what it's going to take to get people off the couch and back into the working world. I'm going to tell you about it. It's a company all of you know. The pay is going to be, well, remember, forget about $15 an hour. $15 an hour isn't good enough anymore. We're going to be talking about that. Home prices, all-time record highs all over the country. California even setting a record high. Was California going to be the first state where the average home price is going to be $1 million? And then the Paris Accord. Remember that one? President Trump said, yeah, that's ridiculous. We're not doing that. Of course, the new president, who doesn't even know where he is or what day of the week it is, said, oh, no, let's join that back up. Get ready. If you thought gasoline was expensive now, if you thought air conditioning your home was expensive now, wait till you see what the actual requirements are. It's even worse than and you knew it was going to be ridiculous, right? You knew that it was going to be this outrageous thing that nobody in their right mind could ever do. Yet here we are. I'll tell you what would have to happen for us to actually meet the goals of the Paris Accord. And again, remember, we're going, just like we're going to have a digital currency. Electric cars, they're here, but they're never going away. You know what's going away? The gasoline car's going away. So get ready. I can't wait to see what a power bill is going to be in 2035 when everyone's got to plug in their car. And we decided that we hated crude oil and we hate natural gas and we hate coal. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like. You think we got inflation now? Man, it even, you know, when it surprises me, it's ridiculous. So those are all the things. That's all the ground we're going to be talking about, all that and probably a bunch of other stuff as well on the show today. Don't forget about all of our great sponsors. It's been just tremendous. The radio station is really starting to find its footing. We were out at the transmitter yesterday afternoon with our engineer and working on more power and things that we've got to do there. Got a lot of exciting things coming, and I just couldn't be happier. Don't forget our CBD products. Listen, I'm telling you, try them out. Because I know it works because I use them myself. Don't forget about the promo code. Put KHNC in the promo box. You get $5 off. Not to mention, at the end of this month, somebody's winning that basket. If you go out to 1360 on the shopping cart page, you'll see this, the consumer CBD basket. Somebody's taking that thing home. Every time you order online, you get put in for the drawing. Don't forget, use the promo code KHNC, save $5 on your order. Patriot Radio News Hour. We'll be back right after the break. Eight hundred 9510592 Patriot Radio News Hour here at the KHNC studios. Check it out. Go out to Facebook on our 1360 Facebook page, and you can get a glimpse of, well, I mean, let's say I'm fabulous. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I mean, probably people confuse me with a long lost relative of the Kardashians, but you can check it out. You can get a little glimpse of the studio. We got, I don't know, Dylan says we got 3 cameras, yet I see 5 of me. So I'm not really sure. It's given me a complex, but nonetheless, I am streaming live on Facebook on the 1360 KHNC Facebook page. But all of these things, the studio here, we've been working on it. We got it all black. We got the flags going. Some of the studio, you can't see it all with where we're at, but we've got the lighting. We got LED lighting. There you go, Dylan. There's Dylan right there. If you guys want to see somebody that's not quite as handsome as me. There's Bucky Dillon right there. He runs our morning show, blowing kisses out to the ladies. And maybe he'll pan the camera around and we got the Colorado flag with the "Don't Tread on Me" next to it. We got LED lights in here. I mean, we're just fancy now. So showing off the KHNC studios. Head out to 1360 KHNC and hit the F for the Facebook page, and you can check out the stream and see what the big boss man looks like out there. I know a lot of you are now, you can't unsee it. So I probably should put a warning that going out to our Facebook page may have a disturbing image that you won't be able to get out of your mind. But I grow on you. That's how it works. That's why my wife, I said the same thing, right? It took her a while. But eventually, my handsomeness just wore her down. So proud to do, just one of these things that we do here at 1360. For those of you that maybe want to get into the podcast world and want to stream out, but you don't have the facilities, give us a call. We'll help you out, right, Dylan? And there we go. He's nodding his head. You can't see it, but he's nodding his head. Head nodding doesn't work great in radio, but nonetheless, that's what he's doing. 800-951-0592. Gold is flying. But again, I told you this was going to happen, right? All the charts now, full-fledged 1886 right now on gold. I will tell you what I'm going to do, and I'm happy to do it. But this isn't going to last. Yesterday, we were running $10 liberties at $1,075. Gold's up another $16 today. I'm going to act like it didn't happen. We're going to hold that price today. $10 liberties. Those are the half ounce pre 1933, 1866 to 1907, $10 gold pieces. And I was told by our wholesaler, these things are super nice. Bunch of dates, a lot of 1800s in this. 1,075 at 800-951-0592. Take the time, keep adding to your portfolios as we start looking at all the things happening in the world today. The transitory inflation line just not holding the mustard. Bank of America today. And I'm pretty sure they're probably one of my followers. They probably watch it and listen and download my podcast, because last week I told you, I did the math for you, because it really isn't hard math. Remember my imaginary family, the Schmuckatellis, right? They're friends of mine. They're good people, right? They got mom and dad. They got 2 kids, and starting on July 15th, right, they can be bringing home about $80K a year to not work, especially if you live in one of these blue states. So I did the math. What would it take to get Ma and Pa Schmuckatelli back to work again? And I told you, they're making about $20 an hour. And check your state. Miles may vary. Right? Arizona's on the lower end of that, but about $20 an hour to not work. So hey, what if I give you 15? Yeah, I think the Schmuckatellis are passing on 15, right? I know. Hey, I'll give you 20. Well, wait a minute. What do I have to do? Wait, you mean I got to wake up? I got to take a shower? I can't walk around in my boxer shorts. I got to get dressed. And then I got to go in my car and I got to drive to work. And then I got to listen to you boss me around and I got to do stuff. Right? I mean, would you like plastic with that? Do you want me to biggie size that order for you? I got to listen to people yell at me because we ran out of McNuggets? Yeah, now, I think I'll just stay home. Thanks a lot, but I'm going to pass on that 20. Well, B of A did the math. They're like, I don't think we're going to be able to get people to work the drive-through window for $20. Bank of America says they are setting a new minimum wage for all bank employees. The company said they're going to start paying $25 an hour. You heard it right. Now, geez, what do you think that's going to do, Jay Powell? Is that going to be transitory inflation? I know. I got it. I just figured it out. If we just pay more money, it makes things cost less. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't. It does the exact opposite. Right now, Bank of America had its minimum wage set at $15. Then they said, you know what? We're going to make it 19. Then they said, wait a minute. That's not working. So then they said, how about 20? Matter of fact, that's where they were right now. Well, today they said, how about 25? And here's the problem. When big corporations decide that the minimum wage needs to be 25, then it probably means it really needs to be 50. I mean, remember, we told you, wait till the minimum wage, $15. We told you it would need to be 30. So Bank of America is actually probably about $5 light, but that's what it's going to take. So for everybody out there that was still wanting to believe that there's going to be no inflation out there, you got another thing coming. You know, and this is something you go back to the 70s, right? This is exactly what happened in the 70s. But the problem was it wasn't the government handing out free money in the 70s. 70s, remember, commodities went crazy. We had the oil crisis and we had all of this stuff, and all these businesses out there had to pay people more money because they couldn't afford to put gas in the car to go to work. Now, fast forward 50 years. We got the same problem. Everything is costing way more money. But now think about 1971, the debt was $400 billion. That's it, just $400 billion. $400 billion seems like nothing anymore, right? Think about all the bills the Democrats want to pass. 1.9 trillion, 2.2 trillion, 1.8 trillion, this trillion, that trillion, here's a trillion. Everybody get a trillion. And now all these things that we knew were going to happen. You know, it's funny. It's not like this hasn't happened before. Matter of fact, we've written books about it. We've taught economics classes for decades about what would happen if these idiots actually try to adopt a plan of creating trillions and trillions of dollars of free money out of thin air. Well, here it comes. Here it comes. The new minimum wage. There you go. Like I said, it happened quick, didn't it? I mean, we went from 15 to 25 just like that. And that's, how do you go bankrupt? Well, it was gradual at first. It's like B of A, right? Same thing. Well, we went to 15. Well, and then we went to 17. And then we went to 19. And then we went to, now it's 25. Oh, it was gradual until suddenly everything was out of control. And then you start thinking about all the commitments. Forget about just the money side of things. We already know everyone's lost their mind. Handing out $80,000 a year for people not to work. Where the heck was that going on when I was younger? Right? And I told you, 1993, I was making $42,000 a year, and I felt like I was the richest guy on the planet. Now, starting July 15th, if you're married and making less than $150,000 and you got kids, dude, we got to help you out. $300 a kid. Then the Paris Accord. You know, this is the thing that President Trump said, dude, we can't be a part of that because he loves America. All of us out there, we all love America. You know, and people say, oh, we hate the government or we're anti-government. No, we're not. I love this country. I want us to be the best. I want my kids, I want my grandkids to experience what I experienced, was the pursuit, the ability to live an American dream. That's what everybody wants. Right? You should be able to go to work, provide for your family, be able to buy a home, and not need handouts to do it. That's gone. It's gone. New average price of home just set a new record. Over $400,000. That's across the country. California. Now the $800,000 on a new home in California. And think about what you would have to make to pay for that. Right? That's why I said the $25 from B of A sounds, wow, hey, oh, and then you're like, well, wait a minute, I got to pay $1 million for a home. $25 ain't going to get it done. I mean, when I grew up, if somebody had $1 million home, like it was like the Taj Mahal, right? This thing was what did they live in a castle? Right? That was the rich guy that lived up on top of the hill that had a driveway that was half a mile long, manicured everywhere. You wanted to walk around and look at his flowers. He had like 5 people working for him just to take care of his yard. Now you get a rusted, I can't say that word, but a rusted out piece of crap, right, on a postage stamp. It's nuts. So the Paris Accord, I get carried away. I'm try to calm it down. In order for us, and really the world, to meet the Paris Climate Accord goal, which is limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius, which is 1.5 degrees Celsius higher than the pre-industrial levels. This is their goal. Now, I didn't realize that the Paris Accord, that these people were all weathermen and were able to figure out how this was going to work. Right? They must have studied really hard. They probably went to the same school that the central bank has gone into about how to create inflation. But here's what they said today. The Financial Times broke the story. In order to meet the objective, all new energy, all new pipelines, any new oil wells, all new natural gas, I mean, all of it would have to stop immediately. What do you think the cost of energy is really going to be when we don't have any more oil pipelines, right? Just look at the pipeline that got shut down for like 5 days last week and what happened. Patriot Radio News Hour. We'll be back after the break.
What's up, guys? Thanks for hanging out in the live stream. Thanks for joining us in the comment section. It looks like things are popping off. Looks like we got some energy in the room. We're turning the temperature up around here. You know, in Arizona, he's got the AC cranking. Here, we don't got nothing. we're just burning to a crisp.
It's a little warmer in this studio. That's all I'm going to say. We got a lot more building to cool down. But outside, you know, I got a long sleeve shirt on because I don't know what the temperature is going to be here today, but maybe, and I'm guessing 70. 70 in Arizona. I got a parka on, you know. But I got the bright lights on me now. Listen, we're having a great time. I appreciate everyone turning into the stream. If you got any questions, comments, fire away, Dylan. Dylan can respond to them. I'm not even on Facebook, but happy to have everybody. I hope you're enjoying the show. And listen, put some gold away. Just telling you.
allamericangold.com, Patriot Trading Group.
Hit that shop button.
You guys know the phone number.
Don't forget that CBD either.
Edwin wants to buy us some breakfast burritos. He says we're burning.
What's that?
Edwin wants to buy us breakfast burritos. He says we're burning too much energy.
Listen, I don't need any more food, Ed. Come on. I'm fat enough. By the way, Sam Shook, this guy's incredible. Seriously. If you've got medical things or you're getting ready to get into Medicare, call this guy. He will get you in the right program. He'll save you money, and then you can use that extra money to buy gold. There you go. Can they hear the commercials or no? Oh, they can't even hear the commercials.
Yeah.
People are like, who's what?
But I can do plugs though.
From bad to worse, ladies and gentlemen. It's bad enough that we're going to run out of ketchup packets, but the chip problem. Okay, remember, right? We've been talking about how all the automakers, hey, we don't have enough chips to build the cars. And we drove past we got this Cadillac dealership. It's right down the street from my house. It's a parking lot. I feel bad. I'm like, I'd feel horrible, but to be like the salesman there, car salesman is not a bad gig. If that's what you're inclined to, you like cars and you can sell, it's a decent job. If you got cars to sell. Well, today it got a little worse. And you know what? I don't know why I didn't think of it. Of course, this makes sense. Agriculture. John Deere and others now saying, farm equipment, we are halting all shipments because dealers don't have the chips to put into the equipment. Gee, what could be wrong with that? Could you imagine? Hey, I'm a farmer out there. My tractor's shot. I got to get a new one. And you go down to the dealership and I need a new John Deere. Oh, sorry, brother. Hey, I need a tractor. I got crops in the field. Well, come back in a couple of years. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. They're saying this chip shortage. We were hoping, okay, hey, no problem. Everyone will just ramp up production and it'll go away. It won't last. It'll be transitory. Well, now they're saying it's going to be years before there's enough. And making chips is a hard thing. It's a big process. I actually had a friend of mine who worked for a micro semi company that made chips. It's a production. We talk about gold mines and silver mines and platinum mines and palladium mines. Listen, you want to open a mine today, that thing's not going to take its first scoop of dirt for like 10 years. Building more chip plants is going to take years. And now they're saying that this thing is starting to spread to U.S. farmers' ability to produce food. As they said, forget about weather, forget about trade embargoes or the like. They simply don't have the chips. Even ATV supplies, your quads and your Polarises, same problem. And they're saying now that it looks like it's only going to get worse. Reynolds Farm Equipment, one of Indiana's largest John Deere dealer, informed customers that order times are now unknown. Wow. Well, I'd like my new tractor now. Well, when can I have it? I don't know. Next month? Oh, no. Oh, okay, well, maybe 3 months. No. Next year? 2022? I don't know. That's a tough way to live, isn't it? And you start thinking, again, what does that mean? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, after this news today, every used tractor in the country probably just went up $4 or $5 grand in one day. Right? All farming equipment just went through the roof. We already got record high levels of corn, wheat, soybean, all the. What do you think that's going to do? The farmer's got no choice. Of course, he's not even. Here's the sad thing for the farmer: he's not even in charge of the price. Right? He's at the mercy of the pinstripe bandit. 800-951-0592. And again, we gave it all away. US $10 Liberties, $1,075. You know what? For the streamers, I'll hold that coin up during the next break. I'll get it for you so you guys can watch it. If you want to watch the live stream, head up to 1360 KHNC. Hit the F for Facebook. We're streaming live out there. Do you know that we were the dominant player in chips? We were. We gave that all away too. See, we didn't, all these little things. We know we gave away our manufacturing and all of that stuff. And we know that for some reason we got to import all kinds of food from everywhere else. 25 years ago, the United States made 40% of all the chips in the world. We're down to 12%. That's all we make. We don't even make enough to supply ourselves. And think about this, right? I mean, we are in the chip age. This is the thing. Oh, invest in tech this, tech that. And we don't want those crappy jobs. Everybody going to tech. I got a brilliant idea, though. Let's incentivize all the tech companies to close their plants down and move them somewhere else. ST Microsemi. They had a plant in Phoenix. It was an entire city block. It was on Bell and I think it was like Bell and 12th Street. It was a whole stinking block. They left. That plant got torn down. Guess what? Instead of chips, now guess what's there? Apartment buildings. I'm not kidding. A Cafe Rio, and a Cane's Chicken, and a Burger King. But don't worry, nobody's got any cars. The farmers can't go out and harvest their crops if they don't got the tractors. What could possibly be wrong with this? It's incredible. The mismanagement has been incredible. And listen, it's not just Democrats. I want to blame the Democrats. These Republicans, they're just as guilty. The central bank, at the end of the day, they may be the dumbest people of all time, or are they geniuses? You decide. Right? This is why 88% of our kids now need help from the government so they won't be in poverty. What? That's a stat you get in Africa. Right? If you went up to say and said, hey, 88% of the children born today are going to be living in poverty, and the government needs to give them a handout. What country are you talking about? What is Angola, Alex? Right? No, it's right here. Of course, Alex isn't there anymore. Aaron Rodgers. What is Chad? Nope. What is the United States? And again, I love this country. How did this happen? How can people be standing up and clapping and saying, what a great idea this was? 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour. We'll be back right after the break.
What's up, guys? Thanks for hanging out with us. My name is Bucky Dillon. I'm host of the morning show every weekday from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. right here on 1360 KHNC. Helping Joe out with his live stream today. Man, this guy's got energy. It's incredible. What a show. If you want to support independent media, go to 1360khnc.com and check out our CBD products. It really does help you. It helps me. It's good for everyone involved. That's Jack. This is our sound guy. We like to give him the one finger salute. So, Edwin, thanks for hanging out. Gary, thanks for hanging out. Guys, if you're in the comment section, let me know because I can refer your questions over to Joe. I can let you guys know what's going on. So if you have questions, concerns, forget about it. How's this? Unlike, unsubscribe. Don't comment. Don't hit the bell. Don't get the notifications. In fact, dox us on Antifa blog forums. It really does help our competitors. Cheeto Ed, love you.
Huh?
Cheeto Ed, love you.
I love Cheeto Ed. He's a great customer. Oh, I forgot.
Taylor says gold is the best investment.
Jason, you got a $10 somewhere? What? No, I don't. I can't show it.
We have a gift basket we could give out if you guys want a gift basket.
That's right. Thank you, Jason.
Coming back to you live from the 1360 KHNC studio, Joe Jaquin, CEO of AllAmericanGold.com. $800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour. For those of you on the live stream, I'm holding up a $10 Liberty, the coin that we're selling today on the air right now. This one is I had a run. 1881 is the coin that's in my hand. And again, the 10s that are on sale today, I talked to our wholesaler, and he promised me these things are spectacular, he said. We got tons of dates, 1866 to 1907. And you can see this is, on the live stream, you can see the nice coins. Everything we carry is nice. And yeah, some of them have a little more wear than other, but all the dates are legible, all of that stuff. And, you think about, these are 100, some of these coins are 150 years old. It's incredible.
And think about $10. It was worth $10 in 1866. It was worth $10 in 1907. It was worth $10 in 1927. Inflation never existed. It didn't. This is a central bank thing. Remember what Stan Druckenmiller said, bankers cause inequality, period. Inflation is just the tax. You know, I know, Joe, I'm not raising taxes on anyone making less than $400,000. A bull. You may not be, but the central bank certainly is. Let me give you an idea, and I'm going to give you a new price target for gold. We had some ranchers in here, and it's so great, you know, because when the customers in Colorado and the customers in Phoenix, you get such a great breadth of industry out there. You've got construction guys, business guys, small business owners, ranchers. I mean, we touch all facets. A head of cattle right now going for anywhere from $2,700 to $3,100 a head. A $20 gold piece, and in this case, we're selling the tens, two $10 gold pieces. Go back to 1866, 1900, 1930. A $20 gold piece bought you a head of cattle. And it's done it for hundreds of years. So when we're sitting there talking about gold almost at 1900, gold's undervalued by, let's just, split it in the middle, by about $1,000 right now. So when we're talking about where gold's headed, same thing, a $20 gold piece and a head of cattle, two $10 gold pieces, a head of cattle. Did the head of cattle change? No, right? Did we put chips in the cattle? Right? Does the cattle now all of a sudden have rear view mirrors and sensors? And does it have traction control and all that? No. Is this $10 gold piece? Did the gold change? Did it change? No. Then why does it cost so much? Because they keep printing the money. And that's why you're putting away. Listen, gold is a hedge. It's always been a hedge. It'll always be a hedge. It's the only thing that's been money for thousands of years. Fiat money lasts 100 to 200 years. That's it. Because the bankers can't help themselves. And of course, the governments, they love the bankers because you know why? The bankers tell them it's okay to spend money you don't have. Do you know why the government only had $100 billion of debt in 1933? Do you know why the government only had $400 billion worth of debt in 1971? The answer was simple. Because gold was the currency. Well, for us through 33, for foreigners till 71, gold was the currency. Someone had to go mine it. If you wanted more money, if the government wanted more money, they had to get more gold first. Not create it out of thin air. Not send free money to hundreds of millions of people and think, well, gee, what could possibly go wrong with that? Guess what? All these people went out. What did they do? They bought new TVs. They bought new cell phones. They got new vehicles. Now all of a sudden we got no chips. Oh, speaking of no chips, I love me some potato chips. And I know, hey, if you're watching me online, you know I've gotten the supersized fries before. Get ready. Everyone's laughing. Potato shortage. Right? It's bad enough when I went to Popeyes and I couldn't get my chicken sandwich. But now I can't get my fries. That's what they're saying. That's the next. Get ready. Snack prices. Anything with potato in it. That is the next commodity that's getting ready to run. And again, every single day. Every day. It's this product. It's that product. Every single thing up, 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 up. Why did the potato change? Right? Is this some super smart potato? Somehow I can eat a large fry and lose weight with this potato? No. God, I wish. Can we make that? Handing out free money, spending $30 trillion more than what you have. This is what happens. This is how society collapses. You know, when you hear these people talk about get ready for food riots in the third world countries, in this country, could you imagine if we stopped all the handouts, what would happen? You thought it would make what happened in Portland and Seattle look like child's play. 800-951-0592. Final segment coming up.
About 30 rolls of Silver Eagles will be coming in about 2 o'clock.
Edwin said, Joe needs a haircut.
What? I don't even have any hair.
Tell them about the stash. Tell them about it. In the comment section, give us facial hair suggestions. You know, I've been talking for some time now. We all need a unique style. I'm about to bring back the mohawk. It's coming back. But I'm thinking about the chinless beard.
US $10 liberties, 1,075. That's what they were yesterday. Gold is rallied. It's probably the only thing rallied. Well, that and now used tractors are now on the move, and apparently we're going to have a potato problem now. 800-951-0592. And I loved it because we were talking to one of our ranchers yesterday, and he was talking to us about the head of cattle. You know, at $3,000 gold, this $10 liberty is going to be, I don't know, 16, 17, 1,800 bucks, 1,075. Believe me, and we know, listen, gold's going there and way beyond. You know it. I know it. Everybody out there knows it. Put them away, add them to your portfolio. And remember this, I think it's by design. right? All of this money printing, it makes no sense. And they're sitting there saying, "Oh no, it's fine. Don't worry. Nobody worry." That's what they always say, right? I mean, the house is on fire, and they're telling you, "Don't worry, it'll put itself out." Yeah, you're right. It will. After the whole house burns down. And that's what you're preparing for. We're getting ready for that digital currency. We need to be heavy in gold and silver right now. After the crash and we go to the digital currency, right, then we'll lighten up a little bit. 800-951-0592. You don't think about, gold's all-time high, still a couple $100 away. Right. Remember, that was back when the illusion of, oh no, there's not even going to be any inflation. It's going to be great. Yeah, no, don't worry. It's the new modern money theory invented by jackasses. $10 liberties, 1,075. 800-951-0592. And again, for you live streamers, this is what we're talking about. Can't miss it. This one happens to be in 1881. And my wholesaler, I told you, they don't tell me they're going to be really sharp unless they're really sharp. These ones are going to be really sharp looking. So get your orders in while they're still available. The Dow has come off its low, so I guess good about that. It was down 500 points. Of course, it's early. Wait 5 minutes. But the Dow is down almost just under 300 points right now. Everything else is down. Literally, the only thing that's up are golds and bond yields. And that's a rare combination, right? Bond yields. Remember, when bond yields go higher, that means all the people that hold bonds are losing money. And you normally higher bond yields means higher dollar, which means lower gold, unless you go back to where? Go back to the 70s. What did higher yields mean for gold? Gold was $42. By the time the 70s ended and we got into 1980, gold was $800. So think about that. By the way, interest rates got to what? The Fed funds rate got to like 20, right? Something outrageous. We're at between 0 and 0.25. Gold's got a long, long way to go. 800-951-0592. Thank you all for listening. Thanks to Bucky Dillon, the first live stream Patriot Trading Group ever. Thank you guys that joined us on Facebook. God bless everybody. I'll be in Colorado till about 2:00 tomorrow, and then I'm heading back to the airport. Big shout out to everybody that came to see me, and we'll be back for one final show before I head home. God bless everybody.
Just give them a wave.